Good morning, boys and girls. Hello. All week this week and last week, we started talking about Black History Month. February, our new month, is a month that we celebrate and honor African American heroes, both women and men. In history and future leaders, we have so many amazing leaders who are African American. Long ago, remember we talked about Martin Luther King and how special he was? He stopped us from being segregated and we became equal. All week this week, we're going to be learning about new African American heroes and important people who have changed the world today. We're going to talk about authors and illustrators, inventors, leaders, civil rights activists, and lots of different people. Today, we're going to read one of my favorite news stories, and this book just came out, boys and girls. It's called The ABCs of Black Histories. You know the ABCs: A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? Good job! You remember that song. Well, in this story, each letter in the ABCs is going to have something special on the page. Let's listen. The ABCs of Black History. History is not the past. It is the present. We carry our history with us. We are our history. All right, friends, let's listen. Let us march on till victory is won. A is for anthem, a banner of song that wraps us in hope, lets us know how we belong. We lift up our voices, lift them and sing from stages and street corners. Let freedom ring. B is for beautiful. I'm talking to you. Your voice, your heart, your hair, your height, your hue. B is for brave, for bright, and for bold. For those who stood up even when they were told to step back, stand down, remember their place. B is for brotherhood, for believing in grace. C is for community, where we live, laugh, and eat. And for church, where we worship, mourn, sing, and meet. Did you hear Reverend King preach on his dream of civil rights, human rights? A powerful theme. Here's Martin Luther King. Remember we talked about him? D is for diaspora, pulled from our homes. We were carried away on ships on the foam of Haiti, Cuba, America, Brazil. Our names are different, new, but still we are connected, then, now, forevermore, to that long ago, far away of African shore. E is for explore, to study a place, like Matthew Henson, the Arctic, Mae Jemison, space. E is for education, for expanding the mind, like Ruby Bridges, Linda Brown, the Little Rock Nine. The first Black children in all-white schools, they opened the doors and challenged the rules. F is for food, grown and farmed, with our hands worked, tilled, and pulled from the land. For fried fish, ham hocks, warm buttermilk bread, or maybe the sharp taste of mustards instead. F is for folklore by the light of the moon, for family, for freedom, for jumping the broom. G is for go, towards cities we were bound, for the great migration from country to town. From farming the land to the factory floor, we carried the blues on our backs, much more. H is for Harlem, those big city streets. We walked and we danced to our own jazzy beat. When Lewis and Bessie and Duke owned the stage, and Langston and Zora Neale Hurston the page. Lots of music, boys and girls. We're going to listen to some of this special music this week. I is for imagine, invent, innovative. For all of the ways we are so creative. Jean Michael Biscuit, Gwendolyn Brooks, Alvin Ailey, Madam C.J. Walker, George Washington Carver, DJ Cool here. J is for Juneteenth. We were finally free, or so we'd hoped in this moment of glee. J is for Jouvert, when the drummers drum drum. For Trinidad, Grenada, and Haiti they come. K is for kin, our fathers and mothers, our ancestors, elders, our sisters and brothers. K is for Kwanzaa, which honors that bond. Ask Habari Gani, and we might respond. L is for love. L is for love. L is always for love. M is for march, for lifting our feet, taking the movement that caused the cause to the street. Black Lives Matter, every breath, every dream, every thought, each idea, each impossible scheme. The might of our message is easy to hear. The drumbeat of hope is louder than fear. N is for newspapers. We started our own to tell our stories and let it be known. We deserved the front page. We deserve to be seen and to also be featured in Slick magazine. O is for organize, for getting together, to sit in and boycott, to make our lives better. Thank you, Fred Hampton. Thank you, Diane Nash, for not being afraid of the possible clash with police and people who shouted and teased. Because of you, we can go where we please. P is for power. It's part of our core. Sometimes it is quiet. Sometimes it must roar like a panther. Isn't that right, Huey P? Power for people like you and like me. And who do you think has more power than most? The president. Obama was first to that post. But Shirley Chisholm, unbossed and unbought, came so much closer than most people thought. A black woman, which just goes to show P is for possible. So glow on, children, glow. Q is for queens. Behold and bow down. Shield your eyes from their shine of their crowns. R is for rise, to reach for the top. Relentlessly striving, refusing to stop. Like ball players, boxers, and gymnasts who fly, sprinters and skaters who zoomed right on by. Old records, old thinking, a sight to behold, they went for the win and grabbed for the gold. We have some special sports players. We have Muhammad Ali, Jesse Owens, Shani Davis, Gabby Douglas, Alethea Gibson, and Madame Binney. S is for scientists who charted the stars, studied the bees, took care of our hearts. For Benjamin Banneker, Patricia Bath, and Katherine Johnson's beautiful math. S is for soul. How sweet the sound from the croon of Sam Cooke to the wall of James Brown, to the wail of James Brown, Brother Ray on the keys, Sister Tharp dressed in mink, and Queen Aretha saying, "You better think." T is for Tuskegee on an all-black school where students learned trades and toiled with tools. That's how we will rise, said Boss Booker T, but another smart man just didn't agree. W.E.B. Du Bois said, industry's fine, but I think it's better to work on your mind. They had different ideas, but here's what's true. In their own ways, they were thinking of you. U is for United States. This story is tough. The birth of a nation was deadly for us. We, the people, the land of the free, no one was enslaved, would agree. U is for unbroken, unshaken, unbound, like Harriet Tubman who went underground, who took back her freedom and freed hundreds more, and then was a spy in the Great Civil War. But when the states were united again, the fight for our freedom and our lives didn't end. So U is for unfinished, this American tale. With courage and strength, we will prevail. V is for vote. Do you know what that means? The freedom to pick and choose as you please. The freedom to choose who makes the rules, who has the power, who gets the tools to make each lives better. That's why we fight. The freedom is to vote, is a true civil right. W is for writers, whose wisdom and words bring to life worlds where our voices are heard. Rappers and poets and songwriters too, all those who spin from our point of view. X is for Malcolm Malik Al-Shabazz, known as Red Malcolm Little E. Hush. By any means necessary, he insisted on change. Starting with an X, he reclaimed his name. Y is for young, gifted, and black, like Lady Lorraine, who never looked back. She wrote of big dreams in rooms so small, it's hard to believe they were dreamed in at all. Lorraine in her work moved Nina Simone so much that Nina made work of her own. Young, gifted, and black, a banner of song that wraps us in hope and lets us know we belong. Z is for zenith, the highest, the peak, the top of that mountain King said we would reach. He won't get there with us, but we still march on, rising, rising, like the sun with the dawn. The end. Awesome, boys and girls. Great listening, and happy Black History Month. You're amazing. You will change the world.